Hello and welcome everybody to 2016. Wilson released a TV show. And you know how it is TV these days. They're desperate to compete with, I don't know, YouTube or something. So they're like, we're going to have this reality TV show where we're going to develop drivers and show how we choose, and we're going to choose the best one. And somewhere in the creative meeting, you know how these meetings are where like everything is yes. We want to name it Driver versus Driver and we want to abbreviate it DVD. It's like, because that acronym has never been used before, because that's really creative and that's really original. Good job. And then the creative, director is just like, oh, these are all great ideas. Yes. Good ideas, everybody. Yeah. So we'll talk a little bit about that show here in a minute. But in 2016, was it Danny Willett? I remember that was the famous, what happened to Jordan Spieth moment, in the Masters in 2016. Just repeating what I read online, that's what I remember from 2016. DJ Dustin Johnson won the U.S. Open. I think Brooks Koepka won the next year. That was the era of the power, the big names. And then now they're off on some other tour. I forgot the name of it. I should know. But anyway, so that's when Wilson comes out with this show in 2016. Some legality issues. 2017 is when they released the legal version of this, but I'm still going to call it's a 2016 design, okay? So we'll stick with that. Let's get this amazing driver on the review table and have a closer look. So this isn't hard to identify. You can spot these from a mile away. Wilson Staff Triton DVD. Okay, this is on the removable sole. Okay, and then you obviously have these Torx screws right here, which double as weights. So there's one up here as well. I'm not sure if that's going to show up on camera. And then one here and here. This is a Wilson Staff logo here on the toe. And here on the leading edge, on the sole, it says Swing Active Technology. And so it has an adjustable hosel, adjustable neck. And the Torx screw here. And right outside that, there's this loft. So it says 10.5 right here. Okay. So like I said, with this sole that's removable, which sounds like aluminum to me, it's very recognizable, okay? So I'm going to spin around the skirt here so you can see everything going on here. There's kind of these cutouts right here. On the back, there's a little lip right here. Same thing, kind of a cutout. And the Wilson Staff decal, which I showed you before. It's actually painted on there, I think. And then the face. I love the face of these Wilson Staff drivers. No grooves, nothing, just Wilson Staff logo right there on the sweet spot. Also very recognizable is this top line. It's like they're giving you putter-esque levels of alignment here. It's like you want to point this thing in the right direction. So glossy black. This is glossy silver with a little arrow right here, a little sliver of black to pinpoint your alignment. Is that in focus? And then the Wilson neck. I'm not sure how compatible these are with everything. I just don't know. But, you can see it says it looks like it says 1 inch standard. This one says standard -1 inch. Oh, is that a degree sign, not a quote? So -1 degree, +1 degree, +1 draw bias, -1 degree draw, -1 standard, whatever. Anyway, interesting adjustable neck. We slide up the shaft. This is a Ozic MFS series matrix flight system, regular flex, red tie. There's a lot going on here. They put some Star Wars lettering up here on the shaft. I wrote this just to remind me of the year. We have the Wilson Staff Tour Velvet style grip. Does it say Wilson? It says Wilson Staff and Lambkin. So it's a Lambkin Wilson branded grip. This head, I'm curious to find out what this sounds like and how this performs out on the range. Let's go out there and see how it feels. Look at this. What do we have here? Wilson Triton. Sounds like something from The Little Mermaid or something. So the famous story behind this is Wilson had this broadcast television
we're going to have a driver competition. Who can design the best driver? We'll choose the best. And so, you know, they go through the whole thing. This one wins. The whole thing about this is like the removable sole plate. You can replace the sole plate. People like to customize things. I get it. But it was great when they released it. And it was the USGA came out and was like, yeah, that's not legal. It's like, oops, guess that wasn't legal. I can't remember. It was some like technicality about too much weight being shifted or something. But either way, the next year they got Rick Shields on and they did it properly. But yeah, this, oh, this one. I love drivers with just like ridiculous stories. It was designed for TV, by TV, and totally illegal. Well, let's see what comes out. I suspect when we go indoors, stay tuned to the end to watch that. I suspect it will just be like every other driver out there. Yeah, that one's a little pulley, really connected with it though. Wow, that totally cleared the 200, which is exactly what you expect with the illegal Triton. That's a busted T straight out of the gate. Oh, that one's busted too. Let's see what we can do here. It's always fun. Illegal, why? Because the removable sole, I guess. All right, slightly weaker grip. I'll risk a huge slice. See if we can get one a little bit straighter. I would describe that as fadey. Beautiful, lovely. Oh my. It's an okay driver. It is a little tonky. It's not the most muffled sound. What's the trend? Hot melt. Put some hot melt in here. Cool it down. If it only had a removable sole plate, you could dial down the sound a little bit. Do they have one of those? The quiet soul. I mean, it's fine. I just love this thing because of this fun story. I wish Rick Shields were involved with this one. He was involved with the next one for Driver versus Driver 2. This was Driver versus Driver 1. Let me know your thoughts, memories, jokes. The Wilson Staff Triton, formerly illegal DVD driver.
This is a masterpiece. It's also very loud. Earlier in the year, I took this indoors to collect some data, just kind of see how far I could hit it. I think I hit one good shot with it. That footage of me in the simulator will be at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Or just skip there now. Who cares? But I called this a masterpiece. Why? Why is it a masterpiece? Does it go further than any other driver? No, it does not. Does it look better? Is this something you want to show off to your friends? It's really loud. It doesn't perform better than anything. It's just and driver. So why did I say it was a masterpiece? Before we get into that, I want to talk about our sponsor. No, I'm kidding. Our longest supporter on Patreon has been Poker Chip Forum. But that time out real quick. Mark P was the first one to sign up on Patreon. I want to recognize the long-term patrons. Mark P, the Suburban Golfer. If either of you two ever start a YouTube channel, I'll give you a shout out. Like Poker Chip Forum. Has a YouTube channel. Go check it out. Anyway, on with the show. So why is this a masterpiece? This is not a masterpiece like Citizen Kane. Or like, what's another, Casablanca. What's another like great film? I don't know. Gone with the Wind. Whatever. Lord of the Rings. I don't know. This is a masterpiece the same way that Looney Tunes is a masterpiece. 1,001 Rabbit Tails. This is just bonkers. It's crazy. It gets a lot of attention because of the noise. Look how loud it is. The putter treatment on the crown of a driver. Are you kidding me? A removable sole plate, which is totally illegal. Such a Wilson thing to do. And who names their club DVD? Woof. It's like, well, let's name it cassette tape player. Let's do that. Yeah. It'll be so original. We're from Wilson. I love this. It captures Wilson. It captures the era. And on top of that, it's a pretty good driver. It does I would say it performs very averagely for a titanium driver. So I love this thing because it's wonky and crazy, and it's Roadrunner and Coyote kind of just cool. You know what I mean? That's why I love it. But I want to hear your thoughts. I want to read your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know in the comments below. As usual, huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support, for especially those of you that have been with me for years now. I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate it. If you want to support this channel in another way, you can visit my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Thank you everybody for watching. I am the Vintage Golfer.